great day. We back one more time. Welcome to the House of Masculinity. I'm Black Jack. Hey, it's Sunday. What it is, June 4th, 2023. I be losing track of time sometimes, y'all. Y'all start to blend in on it, don't it? Hey, I'm turning the music down. I don't want to get the feedback. Yeah, I was checking out a few things, trying to get some research together, but I think I'm all set up. How everybody doing tonight? Y'all hit me up in that chat. Let me know where you at. Tribe up. Salute to the tribe. Salute to the members. Special shout out to all the members, man. Shout out to the subscribers too, man. If you ain't got a membership, it ain't too late, man. As low as $2.99 a month. You know, we got that movie night on the Shabbat. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up. Get that membership. Tribe up. Salute. Salute to the members that's already members, man. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Jackie Salage. Salute to Teaching 777. Salute to Reginald Middleton. Salute. Y'all give them a shout out. Tribe up. Yeah, man. You know we got merchandise on deck. www.strictlyformynagas.com. And you can hit us up on the Cash App, cash.app/$ House of Masculinity. Hey, and you know, all support does go right back into the channel. You know what I'm saying? Just to let you know, it's funding research material. It's funding movies for movie night. It's funding stuff, and I got some plans for the future that I'm funding in my own pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to put down a Naga powwow. It's gonna be an annual Naga powwow. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to have it in more than one place, but the first one gonna be in Florida. Salute. It's gonna be in La Florida, Managa. Salute. So if you ain't never been to Florida, maybe you can come to Florida for the first time. If you've been here before, it's all good. You'll have a reason to return. Yeah, we're gonna put together a Naga powwow, annual Naga powwow. Salute. And yeah. Y'all hit me up in the chat. Let me know where you at. Hit the like, subscribe, share the video. That's the best way you can support, especially if you're a real Naga. Go on, hit that like if you're a real Naga. If you're a $5 pretender,
sit your $5 ass down.
You a fake Naga? Go on and hit that dislike. Do me a favor, hit the dislike with your fake ass. Go on and hit that dislike, you fake Naga, you. And we got a good show lined up tonight, y'all. I don't know why. Dang, they done jacked my title. Let me edit my title, man. YouTube been kind of screwing around with me, man, playing little games. I don't know, they don't like the information. Like I said, I stream up, and I already had the title put in. I don't know why they keep changing it back. This is like the second time I edited it, and they done edited it again on me. So let me see if I can go in and change this real quick. So because it's not movie night, I don't know why it's saying that when I'm looking at it. Y'all pause for the calls real quick. Let me get this straight. Like I said, I hope everybody doing good. We got a good show lined up. The title of tonight's show is how the American Indians dress. That's the title of the show. Like I said, I typed it in there twice. I don't know why it keep going back to an old title. So I don't know if it's StreamYard messing up or what. We're gonna get it right. I just need to go ahead and edit that title real quick. So I don't want people thinking that it's members only night and all that, because that ain't even what it is. Let me go get that straight. Let me go in the YouTube studio and tighten that up real quick. You know what I'm saying? YouTube trying me. You big dummy. I know they trying to jack me. YouTube don't like this what I've been doing over here, man. They've been having issues with this for real. I know it. You know what I'm saying? The title of tonight's show is How Did American Indians Dress? Let's get that straight. I'm gonna type it in this way this time. Let me see if they gonna jack me again, son of a guns. The son of a gun. I'm gonna clean up my language a little bit, y'all. I've been scaring people away. I've been in war mode. I've been having my game face on. I've been in rare form, and I don't know, man. I don't know what happened. I got my new bow in it came in. I've been ready to whoop some. I've been ready to dish out some whoop ass.
Before I bust a cap up in your ass.
I don't know what's been going on with me lately, y'all. I've been scaring them all. But the title of the night show, let me see if it came out right this time. Let me jump back out. Let me look in one more time. Yeah, How Did American Indian Dress? Now they got the title right. Damn. I gotta do it 3 times, YouTube. See, YouTube don't really like this. Like I say, they got a problem. They got an issue with it, y'all. Cause you know why? It ain't going along with the narrative, man. A lot of my videos, they should be monetized. Someone they throw a red flag up on it. I'm like, dang, you throw a red flag on it. I ain't do nothing out of line. I ain't do nothing nobody else ain't doing. I ain't doing nothing that a rap video or rock and roll video ain't doing. I ain't doing nothing that they ain't doing on OnlyFans. I ain't even doing all that. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? All I'm doing
big dummy.
is telling the truth about something they've been lying about forever. And I mean, a picture worth 1,000 words. Sometimes we ain't even gotta read stuff. I ain't gotta read the Racial Integrity Act. I mean, we done tried up on the Racial Integrity Act though. We did it anyway. But I ain't even gotta read the Racial Integrity Act. I ain't gotta get into the paper genocide. I ain't gotta get into none of that. I ain't gotta get into the slave ships that don't exist. I ain't gotta get into none of that shit. All I can do is we could just sit down and look at the evidence. We can look at the artifacts. Salute.
You big dummy.
That's all we gotta do. We can look at the artifacts from our own point of view. You know, without nobody trying to see, that's the thing about the educational system, the brainwashed public educational system. They try to teach you how not to think for yourself. They try to teach you to listen to an expert to tell you what to think. And we ain't got to do all that. We ain't got to read a book. We ain't got to read records. We ain't got to read no integrity act. We ain't got to read no laws. We ain't got to read who's an Indian, who's a Negro. We ain't got to read none of that stuff. All we have to do is simply look at the artifacts. We can look back. We can look at the old maps. We can look at the statues, and we can come to our own conclusion. We don't need nobody to tell us what we looking at. I don't need nobody to lie to me, and you. I don't need nobody that expect me to believe them over my own damn eyes.
You big dummy.
You mean to tell me I'm supposed to believe a colonizer, a foreign invading colonizer, home invader? I'm supposed to believe a home invader education system before I believe my very own eyes? You must be out your mind, and you better believe it. We're gonna look at this thing with our own eyes. We're gonna make our own decision without nobody trying to influence us. We ain't gotta read nothing. Salute. So let's get into it. Let's get right on in it. How did the American Indians really dress? Cause we got people coming all up in here on us talking about y'all ain't Indians, y'all from Africa.
You big dummy.
Now who sent you, nigga?
Nobody said
Another
you know what I'm saying?
Fucking word. And this
people
shit
coming
is
in
over.
saying y'all
And I
black.
ain't playing, nigga.
People coming here talking about you trying to race swap. People coming here talking about you trying to steal our culture and identity. Well, let's look at the culture and identity. Let's look at clothing. Let's look at what everybody's doing now. People who claiming they Indians, people who claiming they Native Americans. Let's look at how they dress, and let's look at the ancient pictures. Let's look at the ancient depictions that the colonizers themselves made, and let's see if it all line up. Let's see if it all line up. How did American Indians dress? Did they dress like this pretendian on the left, this Eurasian on the left, this fake Indian on the left, this $5 Dawes Road Cherokee on the left? Or did they dress like my guy on the right? Salute.
You big dummy.
Did they dress like my guy on the right? Or did they dress like the foreigner invader on the left that came across the Bering Strait and didn't show up until the late 1800s? Ain't fought no war, ain't did a thing. Who's the real and who's the fake? Let's see. How did American Indians dress? And we can get a lot of clues just looking at this thumbnail of what's going on. When we look at this fake pretendian on the left with all that feathers and this and that on, yeah, you got your feathers up. That's one thing. I give you credit for that, but you just biting off of us. But all that other shit you got on, it's like you doing too much. It look like you got little feather energy. Cause over here on the right, when we look at this old ass map in the background on the right, Hey, salute Jack and Salah in the house. Tribe up, Jack and Salah in the house.
Comes the
Members
great
in the
shock to
house.
discover
Salute.
that Gary
Tribe
Cooper killing
up. Y'all
off the
know what time it
Indians.
is.
You were rooting for Gary
Y'all know what
Cooper.
time it is. Rooting for Jack
That
and
the
Salah.
Indians were you.
Tribe up. The Indians is you, Manada.
You's a real nigga, throw a feather up. Tribe up, my nigga, put your bows and arrows up. The stronghold of a nigga ain't scared of us. They try to dumb a nigga down, but we leveled up. Yeah.
Get your members.
Stripped from the niggas.
Africa. I remember when they were marching, people started screaming in the suburbs, back to Africa with them. I said, back to Africa with who? Shit, I ain't never been in Africa. Yo, send me home, send me to St. Louis, Missouri. 4461 in right, top floor. Africa, what the hell I look like? Standing in the jungle with a $750 Moab suit and some alligator shoes.
How we do it. We roll out the red carpet for the members.
That's not hunting garb.
We play around.
I'm here all the way.
Tribe up. Salute the sister Salah. Major shout out. And let's get back to business now. So how did the American Indians dress? The thumbnail telling us a lot right now. That ancient map in the background, that map from the damn 1700s, way before the Pretendian even came on, invaded their way on the shore. And we see on that map, it's a map from Paraguay, right? And look at that, they got the V. They got the V, right? Wasn't no V. Wasn't no V in another old ancient Hebrew, right? It's a map of Paraguay, right? And we see the Nagas very black. They all got short hair. We see the baby Naga. The baby Naga has a baby afro, a baby cookie bush. Afro bush, whatever you want to call it. The baby Naga has a bush. No one there has straight hair. No one. No one is red skinned with straight hair. No one in that map looks like the lady on the left, and they definitely aren't dressed like her. They definitely, all of them, matter of fact, are shirtless. Sometimes the women and the men, but sometimes you'll see them with tops on. But right now we see they shirtless on the map. It's matching up with the statue that's superimposed in the front with the check mark on it. We know where that statue come from. We looked at it yesterday. But let's move on from the thumbnail. Let's get on from the thumbnail for a minute. By the way, I'm Black Jack. Salute, tribe up. Hit the like. So when we talk about, when we go on Google and we look at let's scroll this down so everybody can see what the search is. We go on Google and we search traditional Native American clothing. This what we get. This what we get, right? Look at this now. This don't look nothing like that map. This don't look nothing like that map to me, man. The feathers don't look like this. Definitely, this is a pale face.
You big dummy.
Now who sent you, nigga?
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
That is the very definition of a pale face. What is he doing? Man, in fact, everybody on here look like a red man, redneck, pale face. None of these are our people. We are not related to any of these people. All of these are pretenders. These are not, none of these look like the map. No one here matches the maps. The baby don't match the map. That is not what we just looked at. Take a good look, man. Is that what we see on that map? No, it's not. None of this. None of this culture, none of these clothes, none of these feathers, none of this. None of this. Look at this, man. That's look like Zeus. Look at this. We are not dressing like that. Their hair is not like that. The map, it doesn't match up. It's not matching up. It's not. It just don't match. It don't match, man. What's all this right here? What is this? What is this?
You big dummy.
Who are these people? This is not our tribe. This is not us. This is fake. These are Hollywood Indians. Everything on this page. Definitely this. Traditional my ass. Ain't nothing traditional about this. If this was the tradition, it would be on the colonizer map. This ain't on the map. Salute Fred Johnson. This does not match up, man. Something ain't right. Something just ain't right. Look at it, man. Do I need to blow it up? Let me blow it up. Let me make sure everybody can see this. Just get her fake ass off the screen.
You big dummy.
You know, it's frustrating to even have to make this point. That it's sad that we live in a whole country full of people on our land and we don't even know this information. Let's look at some more. What is this? No one on that map looks like this guy. No one is dressed like this guy. No one on the map. All this is fake stuff. These are Eurasians. These are pretenders. These are fake Indians. They are not real. They probably on the Dawes Road, and that's how you know they fake. He doesn't look like this. They try to whitewash this guy. We're looking at Suriname. He clearly got a cookie bush. What you want to call him, a mulatto? See another one in the background with his spear. They don't match up, man. Salute.
You big dummy.
Ain't no way in hell this is that. This is more likely to be this. Especially in Suriname. We know they whitewashed it. If I back out, I can put it up where he darker. We know they whitewashed it. They don't look like this, Managa. Hold on, let me make sure everybody can see this. Hold on, let me make sure I get this strolled up where everybody can see what I'm looking at. Hold on. They don't look like this, Managa. Salute.
You big dummy.
Don't line up. It ain't adding up. They not dressed like that. Where are they pearls? I don't see the feathers like this. I don't see they feathers sticking up. I don't see the feather skirt. I don't see the feather loincloth. They line up with the Paraguay sign. They line up with that, right? All that line up. We know we in America. It line right on up, right? Nappy headed. Black. Where the baby? Where the little baby? He running around here somewhere. I know it's a little niglet somewhere.
Niglet.
This do not match that. He does not match. How is he a Native American?
You big dummy.
How?
Now who sent you, nigga?
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Another motherfucking word, and this shit is over. And I ain't playing, nigga.
This is not a Native American. This is a pretendian. This is a faker. This is a $5 Indian. This is a Dawes Road $5 Cherokee. Ain't nothing real about this. Nothing at all. This does not line up with the maps. The map is showing me this, a Negro.
Au bon sauvage. Au négré l'Amérique. Et l'Amérique négrée.
Darkness, everybody! Darkness is spreading!
Pearls on, huh? It don't match. La Florida. Tamaricans, Managa. Tamaricans, Managa. Salute. They don't look like this. He got his bow and his arrow. It's clearly black. So-called black, right? Nappy-headed. Feathers up, Managa. Loincloths. You can't even see his behind his arrow. You can kind of see a little bit. He's standing behind the sign. What's in the background? Let's see. You barely can make it out. I see it's like a bunch of loincloths. You barely make it out. It's darkness. What we see the Indians. We ain't, man, hold on, man, come on, I don't hijack me right now. We see the Indians and we see the colonizer, Managa. Ancient map, 1700s again, Managa. Teaching 777 in the house, salute. Tribe
Comes the great shock to
Teaching
discover that Gary
777
Cooper
in the
killing
house.
off
Members
Indians
in the house,
who were rooting
Managa.
for Gary
Tribe up.
Cooper.
Y'all got to get that membership.
That
Y'all
the
see
Indians
members
for you.
rolling in. If you ain't got that star by your name,
You's a real Naga, throw a feather up. Tribe up, my Naga, put your bows and arrows up. The stronghold of the Naga ain't scared of us. They try to dumb a Naga down, but we level up. Yeah. Strictly for my Nagas.
Africa. I remember when they were marching, people started screaming in the suburbs, back to Africa with them. Back to Africa with who? Shit, I ain't never been to Africa. You know, send me home, send me to St. Louis, Missouri. 4461 in right, top
try
floor.
to make this thing big. Tell the truth.
Africa, we
Man,
made
we gonna make the truth
standing in the
big
jungle
thing over here.
with a $750 mohair suit and some alligator shoes.
Tribe up, Tamaricon. You a real Tamaricon tribe up. Get that membership.
That's not hunting garb.
Salute. Let's make this
I'm
thing
here all the
big.
way.
Salute. It's all about you. Salute the teaching 777. So we got the colonizer. We see the Nagas. Bow and arrow. You know what I'm saying? They clearly, hold on, let me put the jazz back on, y'all. Y'all know I like to rock with some of the jazz in the background. Come on, y'all. So we got the Tamaricons, like G West Von Florida. G West Von Florida, right? Feathers up. That matches up with what we saw on the intro. That matches up clearly with the intro, with the thumbnail. The lady on the $5 pretending on the left, she ain't matching nobody. She ain't tribing up with nothing. She is not one of us. That is not tribe. So when we look, I'm just saying, when we look at these images, we gotta understand what we're really looking at. We can't just go with what somebody's telling us. Oh, those are tobacco leaves. Yeah, right. Or those are slaves. Yeah, right. I don't need no funky ass French professor trying to fool me. I don't need no bummy ass British instructor trying to instruct me somewhere I don't need to be. I don't need no stinky Spaniard trying to tell me some lies. I can see for myself. I don't need no $5 pretending
Sit your $5 ass down before
trying to tell me he a real Indian and I ain't. When I'm looking at these 300-400-year-old maps and he ain't nowhere in sight and ain't nothing but Negroes and colonizers and the Negroes wearing the feathers and with the bows and arrows. And they are not dressed nothing like that. How can this guy be an Indian? He is not dressed like the ancient depictions. Somebody is lying. Hey, salute the Tabat Zan. Salute the Tabat Zan. I hope I said your Tabat Zan. I hope I said your name right. Shalom, Managa. Salute. How can he be an Indian, man? How can he be an indigenous American? How can he be an Aboriginal? How can he be a native anything? For all I know, he a Eurasian. His people was Neanderthals, Denisovans. They was in caves. That's his history. He ain't native here. He'll be on the map if he was. The map will show his people, not ours. Not ours on every map. Every map got us. They all dressed the same way. Nobody is dressed like this guy. Oh, but the statues on the Mormons, they dress just like the maps. And then they're going to turn around and tell you that's an African. Do we need a dirty Dutchman instructor instructing us on the line? Or can we see with our own eyes? Can we see with our own eyes, Managa? Do we need a dirty Dutchman telling us how a Native American? Do we need a $5 pretendian
Sit your $5
telling us how
ass
our
down before I make
ancestors dressed, what our culture was? Is that what we need? Or can we look at stuff with our own eyes, Managa? Oh, what the maps? Oh, what a coinkydink. What the maps? Just the maps? Or what about these tobacco advertisement where they always telling you, hold on, man, hi Jay, hold on, hi Jay. What about the tobacco ads then? When they always telling you it's some kind of slave. Oh, what a Coinky need. Feathers on the loincloth, feathers up on his head, a naga. He gonna turn around and tell you he an African slave.
You big dummy.
But what a Coinky dink. He matches right up with the statues on the mooring, on the pharmacies in Europe. He matches up, his feathers matches up with the maps. He matches all the way up. They're gonna tell you, they know he a black boy. The advertisements told you it was black boy, Virginians and all this and that. The best Virginia, right? Black boy this, black boy that. Feathers on Monaga. They say, oh, those are leaves. Those are tobacco leaves. Yeah, right. Whenever somebody gonna put some dry ass leaves that's gonna crumble up and make some clothes out of, they think you
big
dumb.
dummy.
You got a dirty Dutchman gonna sit here and tell you that this man got on leaves. Like you dumb, like you gonna say yes, oh yes sir, yes master. Like you ain't gonna look for yourself. You ain't gonna use your own eyes, Monaga. You gonna tell me these leaves on this man when I clearly know feathers when I see them. I don't care if they drawn, painted, or what. I clearly know the feather when I see it. So we're gonna connect the dots. We're gonna connect the dots with your maps from the 300-400 year old maps from the 15, 16, 1700s with your tobacco ads from the 1800s. We're gonna connect all your dots. We're gonna connect your statues on the mooring, and we're gonna look at how they dress, and we're gonna say, how did Native Americans dress? How did American Indians dress? How? Somebody been lying to us a whole lot. You know, and pardon us, don't mind us if we decide to start listening to your lies and start looking at it from a third eye point of view on our own. From a bird eye point of view, no, from a third eye point of view. And don't mind us if we look at the truth while you sitting back lying to yourself. You can lie to yourself, but you ain't gonna lie to us.
You big dummy.
You ain't gonna lie to us. What a Coinky dink. Nappy-headed naga, feathers on. Feathered loincloth, not no leaves. How long some leaves gonna last? Who wears leaves, Monaga? You that silly? You that silly to think somebody wearing leaves? You let this colonizer crack a lie to you and tell you, yeah, that's a slave. He got leaves on. He from Africa. Oh yeah. What tribe in Africa wears leaves then?
You big dummy.
I'll wait. Somebody let me know when you find out what tribe in Africa was wearing leaves. See, it's so easy to spell they lies. As soon as they tell you a lie, you just got to keep asking questions. Oh yeah, them leaves, he from Africa? Oh, what tribe? Who wearing leaves in Africa today? Like Keith Sweat say, nobody.
You big dummy.
Hey, salute J-Day in the house, salute. So we see maps. We see little funky ass tobacco advertisements. We see statues, we see allegories, and all of them lining up how they dress on the right. On the left, that shit ain't adding up nowhere. That shit ain't adding up nowhere on the left. That's some fake ass pretender outfits. That's a costume, Monaga. That ain't how no real American Indian dress. It don't line up. It don't add up the history, Monaga. It does not add up. And we can keep going with this. What about the tobacco? What about the Sagasta tobacco Indians, huh? What about that? Even the fake ones where you designed to look like you still ain't dressed like that.
You big dummy.
Even the fake $5 Indians dress different than what you claiming Native American is. The $5, what's so sad is the $5 Indian from the late 1800s. From the $5 Indian from the late 1800s is more consistent with what the Naga was doing. This New Jack ass, this New Jack City Indian, this New Hijack City Indian, fake $5 pretending, he dressed more consistent with what we was doing. Man, they need to stop playing, man. I don't know. They think somebody's slow, man. Tobacco leaves, Monaga. Yeah, right. Picture that. Picture that. Tobacco leaves. Oh, tobacco leaves, and he's from Africa, huh? Tobacco leaves, and he's from Africa, huh? Nappy headed, huh? Black as hell, huh? So I guess, well, if that's the case, then waiting on this side of America, wouldn't these be tobacco leaves too? Then let's say they use tobacco leaves. What's this? Why they got tobacco leaves on? Let's just run with your lie. Let's say, yeah, them tobacco leaves. Well, what's going on over here then? You got a lot of explaining to do. I ain't got to explain nothing. You know, the burden of proof ain't on me. You the one been lying. Don't add up, man. Y'all been lying, pretending a long time. Y'all been pretending a good little while now. Just pretending. Look at this. Look at Fabio.
You big dummy.
These folks been lying. Why y'all hiding the real American Indian? American Indians ain't dressed like this. This is fake. These are pretenders. This is fake. All these fakers. This is fake. That headdress is fake. That ain't how we rocking. That don't look nothing like the maps. That don't look like the cigar store Indian. Not the real ones. Not the old ones. Not the ancient ones. It look like the New Jack. We wasn't wearing pants like this. None of this stuff. This is not us. Fake ass tribe. Hijack tribe. This is how American Indians dress, Monaga. I ain't even mean to do that. These pictures are older than that bullshit that they showing you. See, that's another way you tell. What's the oldest, dude?
You big dummy.
What's the origin? Numbers don't lie. People lie. You go back, start digging on these dates. Start digging on these dates and connecting dots, man. It ain't enough lies in the world to cover this shit up. Give me, please. Tribe up, y'all. I just want to hit y'all real quick. I know everybody got to get up and do their thing tomorrow, man. I want to connect some dots, man. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the real Africans. Salute to the real Africans. Salute to all my knockers in the Americas. You know, we ain't hating or disrespecting the Africans. We understand that's a whole nother tribe. Ain't got nothing to do with us. We our own people. The fact, I got love for them. But I'm not saying I'm them. I know the difference. I respect my grandfathers and my grandmothers. I respect my forefathers, my true ancestors. I'm not finna sit here and lie, and I'm damn sure ain't finna let somebody else claim to be us. Not where I'm living.
You big dummy.
We gonna have to talk about this. And they ain't gonna like what I gotta say. Hey, salute to the real tribes. Stronghold of the Naga, man. I'm Black Jack, this house of masculinity. Respect my house. We'll let the donut hit your ass with the most high split your ass. Salute to the members. T777 in the house. Jack Salah in the house. Oh, salute the man Hatton Project just pulling up. Salute. Man, we gonna keep it coming day after day on their ass, man. Y'all check it out. Y'all see I had to frame the I had to frame the image up there. Man, I wish I had it better way y'all could see it. But y'all done seen this image. I got it in the community. Post. I had to go in and get that thing and frame it. I had to go and say, man, you know, I spent a little money. I said, man, frame this shit. I put the order online for Office Depot. So I said, yeah, man, I print this out. And then, you know, the next day you pick it up. So I went and pick it up. And when I got in Office Depot, they was huddled up. It had sent me an email. It had sent me a text and an email saying your poster print job is done. So you know, I hopped up, shot on that, go pick it up, and then get a frame for it. I get in there, they in there standing around looking at it.
You big dummy.
It was so funny to me, man. They stand there huddled up. It's two brothers, a sister, and a white girl, Becky and
You big
they
dummy.
all standing around. I guess it had just done came off the press, and then I pop up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't have on none of my regalia. I had on my pearls and shit, but I should have had on the headdress. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have walked in there with a headdress on. The fuck with that heavy, but they was standing there looking at it, and they had I said, yeah, that's me. When I walked up, they had their back to me. They were kind of like I said in a circle. So I walked up, I seen they were looking at my shit. I was like, yeah, that's me right there. And they turned around and they looked, and then they had like a little smirk on their face, and I was like, yeah. I was like, House of Masculinity, y'all better check it out if you ain't know.
You big dummy.
They were like, where you get this? I was like, hey man, I gotta go. I was like, but check it out though. I was like, that ain't nothing fake though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't try to explain nothing. They was awestruck, you know what I'm saying? They were like, what is that? I was like, you see what it is, you know what I'm saying? I was like, you see what it is. I ain't gotta explain nothing. You print it out for me, you charge me $60, give me my shit. You know what I'm saying?
You big dummy.
Then I had to another $40 for a frame. I spent about $100 to print it out like that, put it on the wall. But yeah, they was in there looking at that thing. They were like, I was like, yeah, nigga, that's you, fool. You big dumb.
You
I was
big
like, yeah,
dummy.
I know you man, you in live too. I know. The white girl was looking at the white girl looking there like she seen the ghost. She ain't saying nothing. The white girl sitting there like these niggers. You know what I'm saying? hey, the white Becky was sitting over there. Becky ain't had nothing to say. Becky was sitting over there like,
Darkness, everybody. Everyone. Darkness is spreading.
yeah, but yeah, that's it though, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey man, but yeah. Man, I'm Blackjack, man. It's House of Masculinity, man. We out. I'm gonna get back with y'all tomorrow. Salute, tribe, but peace. We out.